Unit 7. Media. Recording 1. 1.
One of my favourite programmes when I was a kid was a very famous show called Mr. Ben. I don't really remember that much about it. I know it was my favourite because my mother tells me it was. It was a cartoon, and from what I remember, it's about a guy who goes into a fancy clothes shop and he puts on a different outfit, and then every time he comes out of the clothes shop, he's then transported to a world that corresponds with the outfit that he's wearing. I think I liked it because there was this innocent sense of adventure about it. I can't remember much about any individual episodes, though.
2.
The classic for Brits of my generation is Blue Peter. It's hard to underestimate its cultural impact. It was a kind of magazine programme for children. Basically, it involved 2 or 3 presenters who also had a dog and a cat involved in various tasks, demonstrating how to make toys or ornaments out of everyday household objects, short documentary trips to various places of interest, and so on. Occasionally, they held interviews with famous actors or performers of some sort. They would also bring in people who had some form of talent, musical for example, to do live studio performances. Everyone wanted a Blue Peter badge, the special prize you could be awarded if you wrote in and they read your letter, or if you won a competition or something similar. Literally a badge of honour.
3.
I liked this show, Grange Hill, because it was, I think, an accurate representation of what life in an English comprehensive school in a British city is like, and it dealt with issues that were interesting for perhaps a bit younger than teenagers, so like when you were from 9 to 12. I think it was a really good show because you're not yet old enough to watch adult TV, but you're too old to watch kids' TV, and it kind of bridges the gap between the two. And it deals with issues like drugs and sex in an unpatronising, non-condescending way. I suppose it was a kind of soap opera for kids, but quite a serious one.
4.
When I was a teenager, my favourite show was Monty Python. It was different from any other kind of comedy show we'd had before. Instead of separate sketches with proper endings, in Monty Python they'd start a sketch and then suddenly stop it halfway, or one sketch would morph into another. If a sketch was getting boring, there'd be a news announcer coming on and saying, "And now for something completely different." The links between the sketches would sometimes be cartoons, very surrealistic and weird cartoons of people exploding or strange machines. I suppose one of the main reasons I liked it was because my parents didn't understand it at all. So it was kind of a rebellion. After a Monty Python night, we'd spend our entire lunch break at school going through it, remembering all the catchphrases and taking each sketch apart.